Hello, my name is Azleon, and today I'm going to be talking about Wander. He is such a fun character. Like, he goes through his whole little redemption thing. And I think it was done fine. I know some people don't think it was just done the greatest, but I think that's how they set it up. I liked how they did it. But like, I loved how he went from evil. Nahida told him that all of his grudges were a lie, and then he loses all purpose in his life, tries to erase himself from the universe, fails, and then he's like, well, I guess I'm your prisoner now. And he doesn't even start being nice after that. He's totally trying to avoid everyone. He's our friend, and Nahida's friend. That's it. And that's all we have up until Setho starts hounding him, trying to become his friend. I love that. Him and Sethos being friends is great. And then his most recent birthday letter with Sino and Sethos giving him the TCG deck. And the fact he doesn't call them by their names in the letters, he calls Sethos the desert guy. That might not be right, or desert dude, or something like that. You know, the person from the desert. And then he's like, I haven't decided if like Big Hat Ears or Hat Ears should be my name for Sino. And then he asks us which one we think is better. I'm like, I don't remember. Both sound great, but like, I thought that was super cute. Then his interactions with us in Simulacra were adorable. Like that was so cute. There was like normally in his interactions you get tsundere him. There was basically no tsundere. We've seen character development on this man over, the little events. We've seen him. He is still trying to get him to make friends because dude doesn't make friends. Sethos, I think, has become his friend at this point. At least they're semi friends. Semi friends. I think they're friends at this point. And if he comes friends with Sethos, he's gonna get dragged into that group. He's not gonna have a choice. He's stuck. He's making friends now. Nikida's very, very happy. Oh, I really do like how they did it because I feel like he progressed in a natural enough way, given his whole he was a grumpy teenager for like 500 years is how I see it. And then you had he was like, I'm so mad about them betraying me. Oh, they didn't betray me? I have no purpose in life anymore. But initially he was nice. It was all the death and betrayal stabbing and A ditching him as a child uh, that turned to me. Also, Dodore. I am 100% positive Dodore's manipulation assisted in it. Not that he wasn't going a little crazy beforehand, because if I recall correctly, after the kid died, he. I don't know if you could tell, but there's definitely spoilers for Wanderer's story. So, a little bit late of a spoiler warning, but spoilers. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he burns his house down. And then I don't know how long after that he joins up with Dodore, or if it's right after whenever. But he's been with the Fatui for a while. So I don't feel like him giving up all his evil plans. His evil plans failed. Technically he succeeded, and then we beat him up. And then Nikita took her place back. I'll talk about that in Nikita's video, but I actually adore what she does with the Gnosis. Anyway, uh, so I really liked his little redemption thing. And I love his good morning line. He's like, he gently wakes the traveler up, and then he laughs at the traveler for thinking that he could gently wake her or him up, the traveler up. It is so funny because I'm like, sir, did you not just do what you said you wouldn't do? You're a tsundere. Thank you. Which, again, that seems to have come off a little bit in Simulacra. And, oh, him with Durin. That is just so cute. The fact he gave the cards to Durin, that was adorable. Oh. And she's just like, that ain't a. That's just. I was evil. That's just a traumatized child. It was adorable. I love that. I wish more characters had lines on him. I think it's like Wander, Nikita, and like the people who gets their lines erased after you do the mirror quest. Like A and Child. I think that might be it. I don't know. They're the only ones that I can think of right off the top of my head that would have lines on him. But now, like Nilu, at the very least, should at least have a line on him because they had that summer event together. But also, Sino, Alhaitham, Tainari, Nilu again. I'm trying to think who else is there. Layla all interacted with him during the Inter-Darshan Championships. And then Layla and him go to the same school. Now, maybe they don't have much crossover in the crosses. I don't know. They're in different Darshans. But I'm also like, oh, and Firestone. Um, Come on. I would like their opinions on him. They've interacted with him. And, like, they're semi-friends at this point. I would like some lines, but we don't have any. And I'm like, at least Nilu. She had an impartial event with him, and they were the only two from Sumeru, they knew each other. She still doesn't have lines on as far as this. I wish there's a lot more characters who had lines on other characters, but they just don't. Because we know they interact in canon, but it's unfortunate. It could, I don't know why it's that way, but that's how it is. Anyway, I had a list of topics I was going to talk about, and the only one I haven't got to yet is Farina and Wander. I adore them as a pairing. Friends, shipping, I don't care. I think the two of them should interact, and I want to see it because they're little parallel things, both of them being created for a specific purpose. But Farina, because she's human, could fit that purpose perfectly, and Scaramouche, because he had that humanity, couldn't. I want them to interact. I want to see the two of them to interact. I really want to see them interact. I think it would be really cool to see them interact. Not that either would talk about their, well, maybe Wanderer would. Because, let's be real, we basically never prompt him for any trauma jumping. He does it anyway. I don't think he cares. I personally can't can him as someone who, if you start to ask questions, he will just trauma jump. Because he just gives off that kind of vibe. He, I don't have any specific moment, but I just can't. I feel like he would just trauma jump with very little prompting. Bree ain't gonna trauma jump for just about anything. Her and Nubla really need to talk. Um, but I do really want to see Farina and Wanderer interact. Not that I think it's gonna happen in canon, but I think it'd be very interesting to see the two of them interact, knowing about they were both created by an Archon to take the place of an Archon. Farina because of humanity succeeding in that and becoming the perfect, bleh, words, becoming the perfect placeholder for Focalor to pretend that she is totally still there and an Archon. Well, Skirmish, it was like, oh, it's that's a lie. I'm not gonna put the gnosis in that. And she just kind of put him in a storage unit. I've heard Azleon, I don't quite remember the exact words at the moment, but I'm like, hey, man, I don't know what you were thinking, but you basically put a toddler in timeout for I don't know how many years. Because I feel like that's a general mentality Wanderer would have had at that time. That during his time of the village, he became teenagers, maybe? He was younger, like maybe 14, 15 by the end of that. And then by the time we meet him in canon, I have no idea where his mentality is. He went crazy during the last 500 years. Um, so I don't know if the dude matured at all. He's maturing now. Good job, Nikita. Nikita's doing a great job. I love how the entire fandom dubbed her therapist because she would. She's great. Um, I'm not talking about Nikita in this video though. I'm talking about Wander. I do love that they gave you a rename tool for him because of the fact that you could have just given him a name because it comes in the middle of all this stuff that's happening and it's like name the dude. Well, technically it comes at the end. Yeah. And it's like name the dude and we're like, what? I didn't know it was coming when I got it because I didn't play it right as the quest came out. I actually played it quite a while after the quest came out. Because I think um I don't know. I don't quite remember when I did a Sumeru request, but they were out before I played them. I know I finished all the Sumeru requests before Fontaine came out, but I think we had I can't remember her name, the pink flying thing area to the topmost area of Sumeru. Pretty sure we had that by the time I was completing this portion of the plot. So I did it in the latter half of the Sumeru patches. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say. I don't know if there's much more. Uh, I probably talked about some random topics. Oh, yeah, that was it. I remember one more thing is how I became a Wanderer main for like 2 years, despite not liking Wanderer when he came out. Because him and Ito, I believe, were his first banners, and I did not care for either of them at that time. Uh, I really want both of them now. I mean, I have Wanderer now. I want Ito. I don't have Ito. But I didn't care for Wanderer at the time. I played his trial, used his E. Flight. We like flight. We like travel. I think he's only, in my opinion, until Muwika makeup, until Muwika came out, Wanderer was the best travel unit. Man, I'm mumbling. Okay. I don't think any of the others trapped him outside of Natalie. I think just about all of them trapped him inside Natalie. But outside, I don't think so. Shilonen, maybe. I don't have her, so I couldn't really compare. Maybe Shilonen, but I don't know. Muflika definitely trumps him. Um, but she's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. Well, she's the only one I think that's trumped his travel capabilities. So I think he's lost his crown now. But before, he was our best travel unit. And I used him for so many gimmicks. And he was my first 5-star. So he was my strongest 5-star. And he's also just a really good character. So he was my strongest character for like the first 2.5 years of me playing Genshin. And funnily enough, I have like Arlo, and I never did build her enough. And I have a lot of other good characters, but Wander's just been at the top of the pile for such a long time. He's been beat out by Kinich and Gaming. I have them both now. I still play Wanderer a ton though, because I just find him really convenient, and I do enjoy his playstyle. But I did not mean to become a Wanderer main, and I find it very funny because I feel like I became a Wanderer main in a very, I don't know what to call it, but like Wanderer basically like pointed, it was like, you will main me. You don't have a choice. And I've been stuck maining him for the last 2.5 years. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have changed mains. Like, I could have built a different character for him. I just find it really funny. Anyway, I think that is all I have for today. Sorry about this video being so late. It's basically a week late. Uh, I just passed it on way too long. It should have been out yesterday. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day.